Hope y'all had a really nice Easter, and I hope you enjoy your Monday night not coming to school. I've got a video here I want to present. I want to kick things off for the week. There's going to be several videos through the week. Dr. Zimmer's provided some videos that he'd like for y'all to watch. I've watched them; they're really good. So they're made by they're pulled from the internet, but they're really good videos. So this video is going to be due on Monday night, and there's going to be a few due through the week. Um, this isn't like a week off. You all really need to watch these videos and do the reading that I'll mention in the videos. This video will be due on Monday night, just like a regular class. I wanted to kick things off by just talking to you a little bit about vectors. Right, if you've noticed the way things have been presented all the way through CIS 114 and 115, we show you how to do something, then we show you an easier way to do something. Okay, this is no different, and this is at the end of 115 intentionally because C++, um, Visual Studios has a wealth of it has a large, expansive library that we've just barely touched on. Everything we've done so far has been mainly by brute force. You all went in and did the algorithms, and basically you've written stuff from scratch. But the STL, it's capital S, capital T, capital L, um, is the standard template library. There is so many functions, iterators, things that just make a C++ programmer's life a lot easier. Um, I'm going to kick it off by talking about vectors. I feel like that's a good segue into the STL. Like I said, we've just barely touched on all the things that C++ provides to make programming easier. All right, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about vectors. Vectors have a lot in common with arrays, all right? Um, but in ways they're more powerful. If you pull things down off the internet, pull down some code off the internet, the chances are that you're going to find a lot more stuff with vectors than arrays. Real programmers seem to tend tend to gravitate towards vectors, maybe because of the ease, maybe just because of the speed and the things that the STL, the standard template library, provide. All right, I'm going to get started here. I want you to think of a vector as just a collection of things. All right, I'm going to declare, I'm just going to jump right into it. All right. Um, in your mind's eye, I would initially just picture a standard template, a vector as an array with some automation. All right, I'm going to declare a vector int array just for this demonstration. I'm going to call it V, and I'm going to make it 3 long. Right, this is really similar to an array of length 3. All right. Now I'm going to put 3 items in. Let's see. The indexes are just like arrays. So it's the 0 element, I'm gonna make a 3. Element at index 1, I'm gonna make a 5. And 2, I'm gonna make a 9. All right, at this point you think, wow, this is the exact same thing as arrays. All right, vectors, you can do some stuff that's cool. All right, here I've got 3 I've statically declared a vector of 3, I can just go ahead and add one right to the back of it by using, when I hit V dot, this whole list of things come up that I can do. And I'm just going to touch on a few of them today. I'd suggest you go in and play with them some, all the things that you can do with this. I'm going to use the pushback. It also saves you from typing too. Pushback, it goes to the end of the vector, and I'm going to add 13. All right, without going in and changing this to a vector of length 4, I've just pushed something to the back of it, and now I have a vector of 4. All right. Let's see. I'm going to show you a little few things that it does. I'm just going to print out the front of the vector. I'm going to see out the end of the vector. These are really handy to have too. I mean, handy to have at your disposal. All right. So 3 should be at the front, and 13 should be at the back because I pushed a 13 at the very back of the back. I keep wanting to say Q, but it's a vector. So there they are. All right. And I can actually be positional with this. I'm going to see out B dot, and here comes my list. I'm going to go pick at, let's say, I'm going to say at 1. I want to print out basically, if you look up here at the first, the 1 index, okay, the second element should be 5. I just used the word element, and that's what these are. These are just, I mean, think of them just like as something in an array or something. It is an element. So now I'm printing out at 1, so I should be printing out a 5. All right. So some of these things come in really handy. Let's see what else. Let's print one. Let's make a print function. Let's see. Let's make it void. Right, we're going to send this a we're going to send this a vector, vector. And inside here, we're just going to call it vec. Oops. All right. It's a for loop. To make this an unsigned int I, I'll explain that in a second. Well, I is less than vect dot size All right. This would run if I didn't. This vec.size, you saw that size was also in that drop down list when I went, when I took the vector's name and put a dot, you get a drop down list every time. The size comes up, and this would run without the unsigned, but it gives you a warning. And that's the proper way to do this would be when you got something size can't be negative. All right. Size is going to be some kind of, it's like your height. Your height can't be negative. Right. So it's going to be positive. So I make this unsigned int, which basically makes it um, a positive. This is also the proper way to do it just for actual memory allocation. Unsigned is going to take up less memory than regular int. All right. And for this, I'm going to put cout um, vect I and no. All right, let's go down here. Let's just blow all this out. And I'm going to print, and I'm going to send it a copy. This isn't by reference. I'm going to send it the V vector. All right. So this should loop through all the elements. This will get this vect.size will return a 4, and it'll loop through 4 times. Oops, forgot this. Equals 0. All right. And it should print out 3, 5, 9, 13. Okay. All right. That's a quick introduction to vectors. I'm going to go down here again and just hit v dot and show you again. Look at the list. Beginning, back, front, clear. Let me hit clear here. All right. At this point, v dot, let's go to clear. If I just takes parentheses. All right. So after I initialize the array to 3 elements and I push back to 13, now I clear it. Now I'm going to print the whole vector. Nothing prints out. So clear just clears it out. One thing about this is you need to spend some time just playing with this. There'll be some more videos on this, but this drop down list that you get, there's so many things you can do with it, and all this is like deals with the standard template library. And I wanted you to see this before we start into the videos on it. There's so much stuff in here that the C and Visual Studios will do for you. And I thought using vectors as an example would be a good start. I'm pretty sure not this week, not the week following Easter, Dr. Zimmer's lab is going to deal with vectors, but next week it should. Plus, we are going to have a program in vectors. All right. Again, guys, watch for more videos this week. When I post a video, I'll give ample time, but you need to keep an eye out for when videos are posted. Just takes a couple minutes, and I will tell you in the video when the next one will be posted. I could dump these all at once, but the tendency would be just to blow through them. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to give it a little bit more concentration than that. Also, the readings, if you want to, I mean, if you are a reader and actually keep up with reading, Standard template libraries are in chapter 16 and 17, back end of 16, earlier in 17. Um, the book is pretty good. I think these videos are better. I would take notes. I guess what I'm saying is give the videos their due diligence and um, get as much out of them as you can. All right, guys. I will talk to you all later. Be looking for videos and have a good week.